wild dogs, the underdog that makes the entire savanna think twice. Amid a world of roars, heavy footsteps, and unending struggles, its arrival feels like a different kind of breath. Slender, light, almost blending into the grass. Yet it is precisely that silence that makes every gaze pause. A creature that does not need to declare power. Just a quick glance is enough to confirm it as a master of precision and surprise. Large ears stand upright, listening for the smallest vibrations in the wind. Bright eyes reflect a quiet intelligence, as if they understand the ground beneath their feet. They do not make the savanna tremble with roars, but with a presence as light as the wind drifting across the open grasslands. They do not possess overwhelming strength. They do not have superior speed, nor do they carry sharp weapons like many other predators. Yet within every slender stride lies a different kind of power, a quiet strength that reveals itself only when necessary. That is the African wild dog. Individuals that appear fragile at first carry within them the secret of perfect harmony, a kind of power that does not need to roar to make the savanna think twice. They do not dominate with muscle, but with a spirit of unity that earns nature's respect. As the sun rises higher, heavy footsteps echo across the grasslands. Hyenas appear, their gait stiff, their eyes scanning the ground as though weighing every opportunity. Their distinctive harsh laughter carries over the dry mounds, signaling that they believe they are about to claim a share of the spoils. As they draw nearer, the hyenas realize there is nothing for them to force their way into. The wild dog pack has nothing to offer. No sign of a meal, no scent of fresh meat, only a group of hunters pausing, arranged in a neat and unified formation. Yet they have already come this far, pulled in by the momentum of curiosity and expectation. And now they cannot simply turn away. The distance is too close. Eyes have already met, and their presence forces both sides to face the moment. No roars, no collision, only two opposing forces, silent yet taut, like drawn strings. A single misstep could turn the balance, tightening the air to the point of breathlessness. But at the height of that tension, the hyenas falter. Confronted by the unshakable calm of the wild dog pack, they turn and retreat in silence. After that tense moment, the wild dog pack gradually disperses, moving as lightly as water flowing across the grass. No need for victory, no need for display. Their calm says everything. The savanna understands. Some forms of strength are not found in roars, but in the ability to keep order within themselves. Their mottled coats glow in the fresh sunlight, each individual carrying a unique pattern. Like pieces of a mosaic, nature has deliberately arranged. Their large ears continue to turn towards even the faintest sounds, making the wild dog pack seem almost impossible to catch off guard. Every movement is light, yet intensely deliberate. Their running form is slender, yet enduring. A single wild dog can maintain a steady pace for tens of kilometers without exhaustion, an evolutionary gift that helps them survive across the vast savanna. Not powerful in muscle, but strong in perseverance, strong in long, steady breaths, like the quiet pulse of the earth beneath their feet. Within the pack, there is no absolute leader, no dominant ruler, no one made to bow. They operate through subtle signals, a brush of shoulders, a glance, a soft whine meant only for one another. Every individual understands their place, and together they form a unified whole, stronger than any single force. That bond is not only for facing hyenas, but for facing the challenging world of the savanna itself. The true strength of wild dogs does not lie in their size, but in perfect harmony, a weapon that makes even the largest predators think twice. After a demanding morning, the savanna begins to shift under the increasingly intense sun. The wild dog pack continues its journey, footsteps light yet decisive, ears constantly scanning the space for signals other species cannot sense. Within that calm lies a strategic instinct, always ready to awaken when the rhythm of land and sky changes. A breeze sweeps across the grasslands, carrying faint signals, just enough to make the wild dog pack lift their heads in unison. In the distance, a large antelope herd moves slowly, powerful yet scattered with each step. Hunger sharpens their focus, unhurried, simply recognizing that an opportunity is opening before them. The wild dog pack spreads out, forming a fluid arc like ripples moving across the grass. The antelope grow alert, yet within their heavy steps, there remains a narrow gap. The wind shifts, carrying their scent more clearly. The pack begins to accelerate in rhythm, forcing the antelope towards an unfavorable direction. The tension peaks as the arc of the wild dog pack closes into a complete curve. One antelope slips out of rhythm for a brief moment, and that is all they need. Without noise, the pack moves in together, holding their running tempo until the antelope has no escape. The savanna settles, marking a successful hunt through perfect coordination. When the chase comes to an end, the wild dog pack takes turns sharing the reward. They do not see failure or success as a final stop, because for wild dogs, every journey contributes to the balance of the savanna. Their quiet presence helps keep grazing herds moving at a steady, healthy rhythm. Their slender footsteps moving across the grass create small openings, where insects and smaller creatures find shelter or a chance to escape the dense cover. Every movement of the wild dog pack, even an ordinary daily journey, adds another link to the smooth operation of the savanna, where all life is connected within a delicate cycle of motion. Not only do they affect the ground itself, they also influence the distribution of many grazing species. The constant movement of wild dog packs forces antelope and impala to change their routes, helping prevent overgrazing. That rotation gives the savanna a chance to recover after each harsh dry season. Wild dogs do not possess absolute power, yet they shape the savanna in their own way. They force other predators to adjust their strategies, while also preventing any single grazing species from growing out of balance. Because of them, nature's cycle is held at a harmonious edge between excess and scarcity. In every quiet movement, we see the profound role wild dogs play in this land. They do not claim the spotlight, nor do they seek power. They simply live true to their nature, and in doing so, quietly create order across a vast ecosystem. The savanna is grateful for that presence, even when it is felt only as a gentle breeze. The afternoon wind drifts gently across the sea of golden grass, carrying a soft rustle like the savanna's ancient whisper. The wild dog pack lies scattered at rest, yet their eyes remain half open, tracking every small movement around them. That vigilance is not born of anxiety, but of instinct, sharpened across generations to survive in a world that never stops changing. In the fiery glow of sunset, the wild dog pack moves on, leaving behind fading footprints in the warm earth. Their story has no clear ending, because life here never truly stops. Yet every step the pack takes is a reminder that unity, endurance, and harmony with nature are the strengths that carry them forward, continuing the savanna's endless journey. Savanna, the breath of the wild continent. Beneath Africa's blazing sky, a landscape emerges like the soul of an entire continent. The savanna, where light and shadow merge into an endless current, where wind rolls through dusty grass, forming living spirals of life. On this vast stage, nature's greatest stories unfold every day. There is no moment of complete peace. Every movement, every breath, every rustle of leaves signals survival or danger drawing near. The savanna is known for the Big Five, but its true beauty lies in countless other silent creatures. Species rarely spoken of, yet holding indispensable roles within the vast web of life. All coexist, bound together by laws shaped over millions of years. At the meeting point of earth and sky, energy flows through every living being, from predator to prey, from humble blades of grass to vast migrating herds. Each species, great or small, forms a vital link in the savanna's unique ecological tapestry, a system in which life never stands still. As the sun rises above the horizon, the savanna awakens to its familiar rhythm, movement, and within that flow, the cycle of life begins with watchful eyes and footsteps light as breath. Predator and prey, two opposing forces yet inseparable, prepare to carry the savanna's story forward. In the shimmering gold of morning, faint shapes slip through the grass. Lions, masters of ambush, blend into the earth as if they are part of the landscape itself. No wasted sound, no hurried movement, only the quiet focus of a hunter born to wait for the perfect moment. In the distance, a herd of impala shifts as lightly as the wind. They see nothing, but the savanna teaches them one thing: Danger always begins with silence. Muscles tense, ears twitch, and ancient instinct helps them sense threats that naked eyes cannot see. Then the moment ripens and breaks. The lions erupt from the grass like bursts of golden fire against the still earth. The chase lasts only seconds, yet in those seconds, the savanna becomes a stage of life and loss. One impala stumbles, and the balance of survival tilts instantly towards the hunter. This rare success is not just a victory for a single lion. It is a meal for the entire pride. Energy passed up to the top of the food chain. A reminder that on the savanna, every split-second decision can sustain a family for days to come. That is how the savanna sustains its cycle. Plants nourish herbivores. Herbivores sustain predators. And even loss becomes a heartbeat that feeds this vast land. On the savanna, no action is meaningless. Every creature exists within a great current of energy that binds the entire ecosystem together. The savanna is not merely a grassland stretching to the horizon. It is a finely structured system where light, temperature, and rainfall weave together like invisible threads to sustain the breath of life. Light is the key. Trees grow sparsely, leaving enough open space for shade not to blanket the ground, allowing sunlight to reach every slender yet resilient blade of grass. Year-round heat and seasonal summer rains set the rhythm of life here. With just a few tens of centimeters of water, the grasslands can surge back to life after months of cracking drought. But the savanna cannot rely on rain alone. Herds of grazing animals, impala, buffalo, gnu, and zebra, are its silent gardeners. They trample, crop, and bend the aging grass, triggering fresh shoots to rise and sustaining the entire plant layer. It is this delicate balance between light, rain, temperature, and the presence of every species that shapes the savanna as we know it today. An ecosystem built not on force, but on harmony. A world where even the smallest change can rewrite the fate of the entire landscape. Across the vast savanna, no species shapes the landscape more powerfully than elephants. Every footstep, every broken branch feels like a giant brushstroke, redrawing the land itself. The herd follows the lead of the matriarch, who carries within her the memory of generations. Ancient pathways, water holes hidden beneath cracked earth, and grasslands that once carried the entire herd through long, dry seasons. As the continent's largest animals, they require hundreds of kilograms of vegetation each day. Yet this apparent destruction becomes a source of renewal. Acacia trees reshoot with greater vigor, while seeds passing through an elephant's body are returned to the soil in nutrient-rich dung. Dung beetles roll them far and wide, planting new life across the land. Thanks to elephants, the savanna remains open, able to breathe, and continues to function as an ecosystem in constant renewal. Without their presence, these grasslands would slowly close in, light would fade, and the savanna's story would no longer be what it is today. When the elephants move on, they leave behind open ground, flooding light, and fresh shoots of grass pushing through. And it is then that one of the savanna's most important residents appears: the wildebeest herds. They are the first to take advantage of the young grass reborn in the elephant's footsteps. Africa holds the highest density of antelope on the planet, most of them dependent on the savanna grasslands. Among them, wildebeest stand out as the heartbeat of movement. Each year, more than 1.5 million new migrate together in pursuit of rain, creating one of the greatest migrations in the natural world. Moving in vast herds is the key to survival. Amid a sea of shifting bodies, each individual is shielded from the claws of lions and hyenas. The new become a single unified mass, powerful yet fragile within that shared rhythm. But even within that safety, peace is only a fragile shell. With a single mistimed glance, two male new charge at one another, contesting leadership, the right to pass on their bloodline, and the chance to carve their names into the savanna's instinct for survival. No roars, no warning calls. They circle, clash, fall back, then surge forward again, as if the land itself were tightening around their contest. Between the two, survival remains an uncompromising struggle, where only the more resilient earns the right to move on with the Great Migration. When the dust settles and the confrontation ends, the herd's momentum draws both combatants back into the shared current. Within that sea of bodies stretching to the horizon, every individual, victor or defeated, merges into the unstoppable journey. They move on, as if urged forward by the savanna itself, towards lands where life and danger forever walk side by side at the edge of the horizon. Giraffe, the soul of Luangwa. Dawn unfolds over the Luangwa Valley. Golden light pours through a veil of thin mist. In that tranquil scene, Nalia appears, tall and graceful, like a fragment of the sky walking through the golden grass. Every movement she makes seems to still the world around her, leaving only the heartbeat of the savanna. Amid the small world of the grasslands, Nalia is the only one who touches the sky. Standing nearly 6 meters tall, she sees farther than others, sensing the paths of migration and the shifting winds. For her, height is not merely an advantage, but a way to understand the vast world beneath her feet. With a neck nearly 2 meters long, when Nalia lowers her head to drink, she must bend her legs deeply. Blood rushes to her head, yet within her neck, a delicate network of vessels keeps her pulse steady. Between the forces of gravity and light, Nalia exists as a symbol of perfect balance. No other creature can do what she does. From above, Nalia's eyes sweep across the vast savanna. She sees hyenas hiding in the grass and herds of antelope moving in the distance. That watchful gaze reassures the herd. In the wild, she stands as the silent sentinel of the Luangwa sky. Beneath the acacia canopy, Nalia stretches her neck, her tongue nearly 50 centimeters long, wrapping around tender leaves among sharp thorns. Her tongue is dark purple, sun-resistant, and rich in antibacterial enzymes. She eats slowly, each movement as gentle as a ritual beneath the sweltering noon, where the wind mingles with her breath. Across Nalia's skin lie countless soft brown patches, each one a unique map. Beneath them runs a network of blood vessels that regulate her temperature, opening in the heat and tightening in the cold. Her body listens to the weather. Every subtle change in the world is recorded upon that living canvas. A flock of oxpeckers lands on Nalia's back, picking off the ticks hidden in her thick coat. She stands still, eyes half closed, letting nature care for her. In the dry savanna, this symbiosis is a symbol of trust and a rare harmony. As the oxpeckers take flight, Their final calls fade into the still air. Nalia gently lifts her head, her ears turning toward the distance, where two male giraffes approach through a haze of dust. She quietly steps forward, pauses for a moment, then slowly moves away, yielding the space to the contest about to unfold. The two males draw closer, their necks stretched high beneath the slanting sun. They circle each other slowly, each step measuring the other with ancient calm. Then suddenly their necks collide, the sound echoing across the open plain. The dust settles and the silence returns. The two males stand apart, their breathing still heavy, but their eyes now soften. In the gentle light of the afternoon, Nalia steps forward. Life goes on, in a quiet reverence that only nature can understand. Nalia moved across the meadow, both legs on the same side lifting to create her distinctive swaying gait. Each stride carried the softness of the wind and the majesty of the earth. Her shadow stretched long in the twilight, like a connecting line between the high sky and the deep ground. On a quiet morning, Nalia is ready to give birth. She stands still, her neck trembling slightly. Then, in an instant, a tiny life falls from a height of 2 meters. That first fall marks the beginning of a journey of survival. In the whisper of the wind, the newborn stirs for the very first time. Nalia's calf trembles as it rises to its feet. Its legs are fragile, yet its eyes shine bright. Nalia lowers her head, gently touching her young with her warm nose. No words are needed, only breath and affection. In the savanna, standing up is the first lesson of life. Danger comes early. Lions and hyenas lurk in the grass, their eyes fixed on the calf. Nalia turns, her legs curve and then unleash a powerful kick. Dust rises as the hyenas retreat. In this unforgiving land, a mother's love remains the strongest shield. Each time Nalia bends to drink, it is a moment of risk. She knows this posture leaves her vulnerable. Her ears stay alert. Her eyes scan the surroundings. At the slightest unfamiliar sound, she lifts her head at once. Vigilance is the instinct that has kept her and her kind alive through generations. The calf grows, learning from its mother. It learns the scent of predators and how to stay silent when the wind changes. Nalia teaches through actions, not calls. In this world, silence is the language of survival, and courage is taught through love. The blazing sun scorches the Luangwa Valley, burning even the once lush trees. The ground cracks open, and the air is heavy with the scent of thirst and red dust. Nalia leads the herd, silently leaving the parched land behind. Beneath the dry, shimmering sky, they journey on, carrying the hope of finding water and the breath of life once more. Before them, the Luangwa River appears calm, yet hides its dangers. Nalia and the herd step in first, the water rising to her chest, swirling around her towering frame. Dark shapes move beneath the surface, the sound of the current merging with the heartbeat of the savanna. On the fragile edge of life, they keep moving forward without hesitation. And at last, after all their efforts, the herd reaches safety, their breath mingling with the wind, carrying the rhythm of life renewed. Beneath the gentle sunlight, the mud on their tall bodies dries, revealing a radiant golden hue. Nalia slows her steps, gazing into the distance, where the Luangwa plains unfold in the colors of life and hope. Ahead, a new plain unfolds, covered in fresh grass and golden sunlight. Nalia and her companions stride through the peaceful expanse, their long necks lifted to greet the wind. After a journey of hardship and endurance, they return to the familiar rhythm of the savanna, where every step stands as a testament to the strength and resilience of life. As Nalia feeds on the leaves high above, sunlight filters through the branches and reaches the ground. The grass and young plants beneath are nourished. Every leaf she touches makes way for other lives to thrive. The savanna endures thanks to quiet creatures like her. Wherever Nalia passes, everything changes. Low plants grow in her shade. Birds and bees gather around. A single being, yet one that shapes the entire ecosystem. She is the keeper of rhythm, bringing balance to countless delicate streams of life. Nalia stands still in the wind. Her neck tilts, eyes closed, breathing steady. The stillness around her spreads across the plains. It is not her size that commands it, but her presence itself that quiets the savanna. Peace is the true strength of nature. The wind shifts, carrying a strange scent that makes Nalia pause. Her ears flicker gently, her eyes fixed on the trembling golden grass. At the far edge, a few tawny shapes move slowly through the sunlight, like shadows cast by the earth itself. Above, vultures circle, their faint cries echoing through the quiet air. A faint sound stirs the grass and earth. From the dust, a lion bursts forth, sunlight flashing across its golden coat. Nalia turns, her long legs carrying her swiftly into the open. Each stride is a heartbeat of survival, where speed and calm draw the line between safety and peril. With a quiet strength born of earth and wind, Nalia keeps her stride steady amid the rising red dust. Each of her steps carries an unyielding will, moving in rhythm with the breath of the savanna. Nalia has overcome the trial, not through power, but through courage and faith in life itself. Crimson dusk falls over the savanna. Nalia stands in the last light, watching her grown calf run ahead. The wind drifts along her neck, carrying the breath of a new generation. In the glow of evening, she becomes an immortal silhouette against the Luangwa sky. Nalia is the soul of Luangwa, the bridge between earth and sky. She teaches us that to reach high is not to leave the world behind, but to embrace it fully. To protect her, to protect the giraffe, is to preserve the gentlest beauty of this planet. Hyenas and the art of pack coordination. The savanna morning feels strangely quiet. Only golden grass sways gently in the wind, as if hiding something. Within that stillness, a small figure slips past, fleeting yet resolute. No roar, no show of dominance, yet its presence shifts the rhythm of the plains, as though a secret has just been revealed. The creature carries a familiar silhouette, yet its reputation is full of contradictions. Long dismissed as a latecomer, living on what others leave behind. But the savanna is never that simple. Beneath those dark spots lies a sharp intelligence, a tightly knit society, and a survival instinct that commands caution from many other species. Its eyes gleam with quiet calculation, while that hunched gait conceals a confidence that is hard to explain. This is not merely a misunderstood creature. This is one of the savanna's most enigmatic strategists. And its story is only just beginning. With a bite force powerful enough to shatter bone in an instant, the spotted hyena unlocks sources of energy that few predators can reach. As food grows scarce across the savanna, what seems discarded becomes a precious resource. It is this ability that keeps them standing firm through the harsh seasons. Behind that unassuming stride lies a mind that makes even renowned predators think twice. They remember relationships within the clan, assess situations, and shift tactics within a few breaths. The savanna, therefore, is not merely an arena of strength, but a place where intelligence decides the outcome. The hyena's echoing laughter carries no sense of joy. It is a finely coded language, conveying information about danger, prey location, and even attack strategies through pitch and rhythm alone. Across the vast savanna, every tone becomes a precise signal, helping the entire clan identify the weakest target, the direction of incoming threats, and how to coordinate for survival. Amid grass still holding the morning dew, a female wildebeest sinks to the ground, her body trembling gently as labor begins. The newborn slips onto the earth wrapped in a thin membrane, fragile legs searching for balance. It is the most vulnerable moment of any life on the savanna, when survival and danger are separated by no more than a single breath of wind. From afar, a broken laugh carries across the plains. Not joy, but a precise message that a target is vulnerable. The hyenas lift their heads, ears turning with the wind, catching the fresh scent of afterbirth. They know the moment has arrived. Low, measured, calculated footsteps begin to draw closer. The mother wildebeest staggers to her feet, licking away the membrane from her calf to trigger its first breath. Every second counts. At the edge of the grassland, hyena silhouettes emerge in the pale light. A race begins between maternal instinct and hunting instinct, where a single moment of delay can decide fate. The calf has barely managed a single unsteady step when a hyena bursts from the low grass. No roar, only the cold precision of a hunter in motion. The mother instantly pivots to shield her young, head lowered, breath racing. The entire savanna seems to hold its breath, waiting to see which instinct will prevail. The hyenas split apart, forming two lines to squeeze the gap. A familiar tactic unfolds with relentless patience. One hyena manages to brush the calf's flank, but the mother wildebeest surges forward, driving into it with force. Within the tightening ring, maternal instinct rises above every fear. The clan withdraws from the area, neither hurried nor disappointed. They move in a loose line, keeping just enough distance to watch one another. Across the grass, they test the wind, searching for signs of a new opportunity. For hyenas, the savanna never truly runs out of food, as long as they have the patience to wait for the right moment. Even deep wounds rarely bring a hyena down. A powerful immune system and extraordinary endurance allow them to push through challenges that force many other species to give up. On the savanna, they are like warriors who never truly stop. As the first light of day touches the golden grass, The clan moves like a seamless current. They scent, observe, and decode the traces left behind from the morning, rereading the story that dawnlight has just written across the savannah. On every blade of grass lies the clan's scent marks. They record position, state of mind, and direction of travel. No complex words are needed, just a single breath to understand what matters. It is a silent yet powerful form of communication, keeping the clan aligned with every step. And it is through those same scent trails that they find food. Patches of fresher grass and the rare shrubs that still hold a hint of green each carry their own signature. A brief dip of the head, a soft sniff, and they know where nourishment remains. When vegetation fades, that same nose guides them to the smell of carrion, where even scraps of meat help them endure hard times. The wind shifts, carrying a different scent, warm and enticing. The clan slows, each nose drawing in a quiet, deep breath. It is the sign of a recent meal somewhere nearby. They glance at one another, eyes bright with anticipation. In this harsh land, discovering such a source of food is always a rare gift. As they move closer, the familiar scent suddenly thins. On the open grassland, there is no meal after all. A lion stands there, weary after an unsuccessful hunt, and the rich aroma the clan followed is nothing more than residue lingering on the blades of grass. Sensing the opportunity, the clan shifts focus at once. With no meal to be found, their attention turns to the very source of that scent. The lion, fresh from a failed hunt, breathes heavily, its steps visibly slowed. One by one, hyena silhouettes fan out into a cautious arc, watching closely as they edge nearer. Faced with the tightening ring, the lion hesitates, ears swiveling constantly to catch every movement. It no longer has the energy for a prolonged confrontation, yet instinct keeps it standing its ground. The hyenas probe cautiously, advancing, then retreating, waiting for a single lapse. On the windless grassland, tension rises with every breath. Just as the lion seems close to collapsing under the tightening ring, an answering roar sounds in the distance. Another of its kind appears, charging towards the standoff with steady resolve. The hyena clan hesitates at once, their fragile advantage dissolving. They begin to retreat, then slip away in silence, leaving behind an unfinished confrontation on the grassland. The encounter fades, and the savanna returns to its familiar quiet rhythm. The clan moves on, listening for distant sounds to guide their path. In this vast land, peace is always fragile, waiting for the smallest trigger to turn it into chaos. They turn across a low, grassy ridge, where the wind carries the scent of the approaching night. The sky deepens to purple, and scattered calls of the savanna drift back like familiar fragments. The clan walks on unhurried. They understand that each passing day brings a new lesson in patience, in adaptability, and in the art of surviving within this ever-changing land. Intelligence allows hyenas to cooperate, to choose their moments, and to harness the power of unity. Every individual, small or large, is an indispensable part of the vast symphony unfolding each day across the savanna.